Hello, computer literacy classes, more specifically my virtual online class, though I may share this with the other classes for people that are absent. But this is just an introduction into our what is now, believe it or not, our fifth week. Okay, first I'm going to take a look here at a few things I put in the stream, so make sure you read everything in the stream, don't miss anything. I am doing for the virtual class here. Zoom meetings on Monday and Thursday. I think that'll work. I put together a schedule. I think it'll work good, and we'll stick with it probably the rest of the semester. And that will be Monday and Thursday at 2:30 p.m. Okay, I realize someone's out there is going to have a conflict. I don't do anything of what I call great importance. This video you're watching right now I consider great importance. That's why I'm making a video, and I'm going to share it with everybody. But that's a good time. I might think of a few things to give you some tips about, ask some questions. Some students did that yesterday when I had that Zoom session for this class. And I might think of some tips or encouragement or things like that. But anything I consider truly important for everybody, I will try to make standalone videos like this. And I also now have what's called a Google Voice phone number. This is a phone number I'm sharing with all of you, and it's connected to my phone, but it's not my personal number. So I won't go into all the details on Google Voice. If you want to look that up, it's free. You can get the app. You can have a different phone number you use with people. You can still do phone calls, texting, and so forth. So that's basically what this is. You can call me, though I'm not likely to answer. You'd have to leave a message, or text me at this number, and that's one way we can keep in touch. Now you can still do the email, still fine, riom@harpercreek.net. So probably the best would be riom@harpercreek.net or texting this number. If you want to call and leave a message, fine. But if we don't need to actually talk, texting or email would probably work better. But either any of the above is fine. Your parents can call me or text me too, or email, so that's okay. So that's kind of what's up with that. Now I do got some stuff in here I put in here relating to the assignments, but I'm going to talk about it too. I'm going to click on class work here and go to our week 5. Now the in-person classes, we did the video editing assignment together, the big one, the 4E.1. And we did a slightly different in class, and we used iMovie on the Macs. For everyone else, this one here is probably, on one level it might look the most hardest and challenging, but in reality it's actually very, very simple. Quite frankly, it's a type of project that could happen in a 3rd grade or 4th grade classroom with a little bit of assistance. Basically what it is to put together a very simple video. We're talking easy here. Okay, so you can shoot some video clips, and if you got into a real bind, text me or email me, and I could probably let you just use photos, because photos in a video editing software work just like video clips. So if you got a 10-second video clip or a photo that you drag out to be 10 seconds long, they're going to work just like each other in a video. Okay, so you're going to make a video, but it's easy. It's going to be a very simple one. Now I know the majority of you have access to a smartphone and or like an iPad. So that's right there, you can use that. If you have an actual video camera or a DSLR that has video capability, that's even better. So what you do is you come up with a theme. It could be simple. It could be with your pets outside, a mini little story, a how-to video, maybe stuff you've already shot from a trip you've taken or anything like that. Just find something you can put together some video clips for. And then when you get to the assignment here, I got a handout, and it's got directions. It could be about yourself, place you visited, hobby, interest. Even if it's just a creative video, I'm pretty flexible. Then after you get your clips together, now if you get stuck and you have to use some or all photos, contact me and we can discuss it. And if you really are, I know there could be someone out there that has no capability of a smartphone or use of video or anything like that. So I may let them do some photos. But if you want to include some photos with the majority video clips, that's okay. You don't have to ask me about that. You can put in up to like 5-year clips without photos without contacting me. And of course, everything has to be school appropriate. After you shoot and gather your clips, you have to import them into whatever video software you use. You have to find some video editing software. I put some videos down below. If I go back to here, and some of this is about Windows, or if you do it on a phone, you can edit on a Windows computer, on a Mac, on an Android phone, on an iPhone, on an iPad. Any of the above would be fine. The only kind of catch is if you're using a phone or an iPad, you probably want to shoot the video on that same device. So it's already there when you go to edit. It'd be kind of hard to bring in the video from somewhere else. If you're doing it on a computer, a Windows computer, a Mac computer, then you got to import the video from somewhere else with an SD card or a cable or whatever method you think of that can work. Once your video is in your video editing software, whichever method you use, you're doing very, very simple things. You're selecting some clips and trimming them up a little bit, put them in order, put a few titles in there. You can read the guidelines, do a little bit of audio editing, a few transitions. Very, very simple things. Like I said, things they do in elementary schools or middle schools. So it's nothing that hard. Now, because you're online, and you may be using all different software, I'm not going to teach the software, but there's all kinds of videos and tutorials out there. I just put a few samples up here, and some of these just talk about availability of software. And if you happen to have iMovie, I put a tutorial there. But find whatever you need to. Now, a lot of you may already know how to do some of this stuff, so it should not be hard at all. Once you edit your video, okay, back to our assignment, and you've edited it all, and here's some guidelines, pretty easy. Transitions, by the way, are things, they go in between clips, and it's things like fade to black, crossfade, and they're really easy to do. In iMovie, we just drag them in there, and it's nothing. Then you're going to export it, probably in MP4 format, and save it to wherever. Now, if you have a device like a phone or an iPad or that, you probably set it up, and there's videos that explain how to do this, and you can upload it or export straight into YouTube. So you'd have to log in with your school YouTube account. By the way, YouTube is a Google app for education. So you already have a YouTube account. It's part of your Google Apps. So use your school login, upload to there. If you do it from a computer, it's super easy. I include a tutorial in there on how to do that. You just open up YouTube, make sure you're logged in with your school login, click the button to upload the video, drag your video in. You just got a few screens to put your name of your project, click a few boxes like it's not for kids. Okay, don't put it's for kids. We're not making this for under 12-year-olds. And upload. Once it's uploaded, all you submit is the link. Okay, and you might say, how do you do that, Mr. Rio? I'll demonstrate that right now. It's so darn easy. I'm just going to go to YouTube here. Now, there are ways you can get the link to your video through your account. Like, here's my account right here. I'm going to click on your channel, which is me, my channel. I'm going to find a video I made today in class. So I click on my sociology, chapter 4. Oh, that's actually one I made for a tutorial. But either way, it's one I made. I open it up. I click up here and get the address. Go to edit, do a copy. I close that out. Now I'm going to go to a different Google Classroom, one that I am a student in. So it's a class I took last spring, and I'm going to go to that right now. Okay, now I'm going to find one of the assignments here just to demonstrate there. Okay, here's I'm going to pretend this here is I haven't submitted. Okay. Now I'm going to ignore that. This is whatever old stuff. Okay, so I got my link. I copied and pasted my YouTube video. This is how you're going to submit it for the video project. You click on the add or create like you normally would, and then you select link. Yes, you can submit a link for your project. So if you put your project in YouTube, whether it's for me or another teacher, this is the best way to share it. Then put it in there, paste it in. I did a Command V, which is a keyboard shortcut for paste. Click add link. It puts in the link. Then I submit it, turn it in, and voila. Okay, so now I have my assignment turned in. It's a YouTube link of the video that I made. So what may have seemed like, oh no, this is a hard, big assignment, it's really not. And I would say almost all the students will have access to what they need to do this without a problem. It might take a little bit of watching some tutorials and trying some things out, but beyond that, it should be pretty darn easy. The other two assignments for this week is a smartphone videography assignment. Pretty straightforward. Okay, you're given some options here to, this one here, you look up a couple of videos. And because you guys have different smartphones, I realize someone may not have a smartphone, which then you can just write it about any smartphone videography. But if you do got a specific phone like an iPhone or Android or whatever, you can look up videos that are specific to those or just ones in general. So the focus is on videography, how to shoot good video. So it should be pretty straightforward. You just find two different videos, write a little summary of each, put the name and the link in there, and learn about how to shoot good video with a smartphone. Okay, pretty simple. And then the other one for this week, okay, is the drawing assignment. Now, my intent was simple. Just give them a few simple guidelines, have them draw a few practice things for fun. It's not going to be great. It's just meant to be simple. I do want you to do a good faith effort and try out some draw tools in Word. So I got the Mac version for Word open, which I realize looks different than the Windows version. Okay, but I'll tell you what to look for, which may be under a different menu or a little different way. On the Mac version, we have a toolbar for a draw, but there's not a lot here. There's like a kind of a black pen type thing. There's like a red one. There's a highlighter. There's like a, I don't know what this is, sharpened pencil type thing. So you can pick a color. Okay, I got a different pen over here. Again, I could click on it, pick a different color or effect. So you can try out some of that and do some hand drawing stuff. I also would like you to try out some shapes. Now on the Mac version, and this might be similar on the Windows version, I go to Insert, and there's actually something called Shapes. And you click on that, and there's a whole lot of stuff. There's lines in here, there's arrows, there's rectangles, there's circles. I'm going to click on a rectangle. So I do something like that. If it was going to be for a house, it might be the start of my house. And then I can change the fill. I can go up here. I can pick a different color for the fill. Okay, or I can make it look like brick by going to texture. Actually, texture has these type of things. I make it look like wood. Okay, and you can have fun clicking around. There's all kind of stuff you can go to. Okay, I'm not even going to go through all of it, but you can do different fills. I can do the line around it a little different. I can put like a maroon line around it. I can make the line around it thicker. Okay, so try out. Now these tools came up under shape format because I was clicked on a shape. Once I deselect, it'll go back to here. I'm going to go back to Insert. I'm going to pick a different shape. This time I'm going to do a triangle, and I'm going to try to draw like a roof of a house. Okay? And in the interest of time, I'm not going to change color, but you can do that. Now I can also maybe pick another shape, and this time I'm going to do another rectangle, and I'm going to put a door on my house. Okay? And then I might go back to a different shape, and maybe this rounded one here, and I'll put a window out front. Okay? So that is a way you can make about anything. And I'm sure you guys can be way more creative than me. But go to, if it's not under Insert on the Windows one, look around for shapes. I'm sure it's not that hard to find. I'll see if I can find a tutorial video for it. You can do some of the freehand stuff here. Out of the three that you do, make at least two of them primarily out of shapes, and then one of them, if you want to just use the pens or brushes and that's okay if you find them. This is not a drawing program. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's just a a word processing program with some draw tools and shape tools and things like that in here. So it's just meant to be kind of a light assignment. Try this out, do a good faith effort, make at least 3 different things. Probably put 45 minutes into it, counting the time it takes you to figure out the tools and do a little practice, and then submit that. You can put them all on one Word document. If you want to do them on 3 different documents or something, you can do that and just submit them all separate. But I'm flexible as if you do it in 1 document or 2 documents or 3 documents. But it's meant to be kind of a fun assignment. We're not doing a lot in Word this week. We'll be coming back to more Word in the future. I'm going to save this here. I'm just going to name it drawing or draw. Either one would be fine. And I'll save it into one of my class folders. And that should be pretty self-explanatory. So that's all there is this week. You got a fairly easy draw assignment, fairly easy smartphone videography assignment, and what might take a little more time and effort but still a pretty easy project would be this video assignment. Should you get in a bind, if you're one of those people that I got no smartphone, I got no iPad, I got a school computer, I want to do this here, Mr. Rio, but I'm stuck. Well, number one, you can look around for any video editing software that works on there. And there might already be one built into Windows called Windows, I don't know, the old one was called Movie Maker. I think they have a new one out. If you want to find a different one and put and load in there, fine. And they got some that are online only. And if you're really in a bind for video clips, email me, text me, whatever, and we can discuss you doing something maybe mainly with pictures. If you want to add up to 5 pictures to your 20 clips to be clips in your video, anyone can do that without asking me. If it's going to be more than that, where it becomes more pictures, contact me to talk about that. Actually, the work is about the same, putting in pictures, but I want this to mainly be a video project if you can do video. So that's all there is on this intro. Hopefully that answers some questions and helps you guys out a little bit. That's what I was thinking when I put this week together. The people in class are doing the video project in class. If you are in the classes but were absent, then obviously you're doing this online. And the virtual class entirely is going to be doing this on their own. So be in touch. Don't wait till the deadline to get your work done. Work ahead of deadlines. And if you're behind, that's even more important to be in touch. Okay? So good luck, everybody, and hope this video helps.